Broadcasting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the BallerAlert show. I go by the name Ferrari Simmons. You know BT is out being famous today. I have two good friends of mine. Amina in the building. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Jordan, what's up?
What's going on?
Come a little closer to the mic, my friend. Yeah. We shooting content now. You know
Obviously.
And you ladies, you lovely ladies, are bartender, waitress, bottle girl. You kind of Army Swift knives.
Yeah. We've been both.
Now I'll start with you. Do you? Where did you start in this whole area? Do you still bartend? And
so I will say I started younger.
Okay.
But it was like strip club energy, waitress in the strip club. Then I branched off till Twist. If you remember Twist at Phipps.
I remember that.
Like,
Damn.
That was my jam.
That was the move, bro.
Yes.
I remember that line outside
for
too.
Sure. I did Twist, and then after that, Twist closed, and then I went to 1145 Bottle Girl.
My 1145 partner.
Yeah.
My opera partner, my AG entertainment party partner. We were locked in for a long time.
For sure.
I want to say over 10 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It was crazy how it started. I started at Tongue and Groove, actually, after doing like a Black Bottle Girl thing. Okay. So I started there, and then I was doing like opera and Tongue and Groove, and then it was just opera because it was day parties, it was the week, it was everything. Yep. Then I got into AG World, started doing Compound, Privé, Gold Room, Soho Mondays, and then ended at Opium.
That's crazy. I mean, I know I was hosting around your time, but I was DJing more so when I started seeing you. Okay, first question, man. You kind of already know, like, I'm going to ask. Because we're trending right now on the radio station page. Who makes the most money in the club? It was like on a popping Saturday night.
I did see this.
Who makes the most money in the club? The owner, the bottle girl, the waitress, the DJ. To that, you guys say who?
I definitely would say the owner because all the money is funneling, going through them, you know. But the waitress definitely makes a killing. Then you can't really be accounted. Your money can't be accounted for because it's like unlimited. So you are making money here. You're gonna see your friends. So I would say the owner and then that waitress.
I'm gonna say the waitress. I want to say.
On a poppin' Saturday night.
The waitress and then the owner.
Okay.
I say that because one, we're getting our gratuity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we tip
off
out.
top. You're getting your gratuity.
Off top, you're getting gratuity.
And that is 30%?
20%.
20%?
Yeah.
Okay.
20%. Well, at least it used to be. Now, what they do nowadays, I don't know what that breakdown is.
Okay.
But, yeah, getting your money off top, like she said, like, you're going to have friends or, like, people that like you or whatever want to give you some more. So, like, you making more off of your 20%, and then that's just that table. Now, granted, if you get a table that want more bottles, then you're overdoing what you expected to do anyways. So I would definitely say, us. I would say the bottle girls, and then the owner gonna get his at the end of the night.
What's the most you've seen someone make or you've made at the end of the night? Don't sugarcoat, friend. What's the most you've seen?
The most I've seen is probably like somebody make like 11 grand.
God damn.
Sheesh.
In one night?
Yeah.
Was that at the strip club?
No, this is regular.
Oh,
Jordan?
Personally, I'd say 4 to 5.
4 to 5,000.
4 to 5,000 in one night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take me back.
Right. I made 8 grand in one night where I got a $5,000 tip, and then they also tipped me in cash.
Yeah.
And then it was like the rest of the night. And that's as a service waitress.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you guys want to get into the service industry? Because I'm gonna lead to another question, but what made you want to get into this industry?
I was low-key thrown into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had been around. Like I said, I started doing stuff for Black Bottle Girls anyway, so I was already walking around with a bottle serving people. And then I knew people, so then it was just like, well, we're gonna do this Monday night. Why don't you just come serve with us on Monday? So really, it just started from there, and it just grew. Like it, I don't know. I was not.
You just kind of.
I was just in there.
You just flew into it.
I just flew in there, and then opportunities just kept going. I'm like, I mean, I'm making money anyways.
it is what it is. I don't got to clock in and no 9 to 5.
Correct.
I'm with it. Fast money, cash, like, let's go. I'm in my 20s. Why not?
Okay.
And mine came about, like I say, younger, but my friends were already doing it. So they're like, Amina, I work at the strip club. You know, when you're young, it's like, oh, she work at the strip club. What's she in there doing? But we was literally just waitresses. So we was making money, and it started to go from this place to this place to this place. And once you were in the industry, all you're going to do is meet somebody else that owns a club. They'll say, you don't want to work there? Come over, work over here. So now you're at this place, this place, this place, and this place. So I like the industry.
Okay.
You know?
Which leads me to my next word of the episode: customer service.
Yeah.
I've had my share of seeing really dope. This is me, Ferrari. Whenever I go DJ a club or DJ a party, I find one waitress, one bottle girl that I can just get tight with.
For sure.
She
That's
know what I
super
need.
good.
That was
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And then Nay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I just found one person.
Yeah.
So I don't got to communicate with 5 different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I always find the person that gives the best customer service.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? Is it taught for you guys to have great customer service? Is there training to be a waitress, a bottle girl, a bartender? Because I know a bartender, you have to get your mixology license or
A
whatever.
little bit.
A little
Gotta
bit.
know somebody.
You
Or
should.
Know how to, or you gotta,
Okay.
or you just gotta know how to make drinks.
Yeah.
But in the industry that I came from, I was trained.
Okay.
So at Twist, I was trained like by
Customer
Mitch.
service trained?
Customer service.
Okay.
And now that I work at MCK, Mitch is there. So it's like,
okay, that's full circle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's literally full circle. And so now we're training the people. But I'll say in this industry, you will kind of like start a certain way because a lot of people do it for the money. But what's crazy is I do it to make friends. Make friends that will pay me.
I know that's right.
Yeah, it's like make a friend. They're going to come back. They're going to request you. They're going to come and
Right,
see you. And
right.
then you'll see them again and again and again and again.
And then tips
so,
and tips
yes,
and tips
it's
and
just
tips.
it. And then you'll never know what they have going on. And then next thing you know,
Or
you're
who
in
they
their
bring.
industry.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you're networking.
For sure.
You know, so I'm on the end where I love my job. And it just pays me very well.
Yeah.
So I train people for that.
Yeah.
I'll be like, listen, have a personality, look nice. You know what I mean? Get in their business, ask them questions. Not about how was your day, you know what I mean? But if you see them, I like your hair. Who did your hair? You know, start a conversation. And I get everybody's name. And I do not know how I remember it, but I don't forget it.
That's great.
Off of one encounter. If I
You'll
talk to you
remember
long
somebody.
enough, I'll be like, oh, Jordan, hey again. And everybody be like, you know her? I'll be like, no, I met her last time she was in here. I got her name. It's
That's good
kind of
customer
weird,
service,
but
though.
yeah.
For sure.
yeah.
For sure it is. When you go into waitressing like at a club, I don't personally think customer service is taught. It's you get what the customer asks and you go like make your rounds is what it is. Collect my money. Not you personally as the waitress, but collect my money from the club. Because we did used to, when they took you to a section, I need that money up front, blah, 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 blah. I got to take it to the back before you even get your bottles. Now they do it at the door, thankfully. But no, customer service was not taught. But lucky for me, I was in retail first, but I've always been just a personable person. I don't like bad service, so I'm not going to give bad service. So it's, you know, courtesy, like, thank you, how you doing, blah, blah, like just small talk, getting to know them, like you said, creating that bond. And when they come back, they're going to ask for you. Just do good by others, and they're going to do good to you, and then they're going to come back, and may your cup runneth over.
In the industry where it's always, you know, good, it's the good and the bad, and I feel in all industries, right? What have you guys seen like bad customer service, bad waitresses, bad? Do those people tend to not last long? Like, is it like drama, or is it, you know, I mean, we'd all seen a lot.
Bad customer service is timing. Like, I was taught check back every 2 minutes. Like, you check back so much you annoy the customer. But they never supposed to look for you.
I like that.
They're never supposed to ask somebody, hey.
Yeah.
And if they did, like, even in the 2 minutes they need something, if they ask that server gets it. That server doesn't come say, hey, Amina, your table needs. No, it's our table. It's no such thing. Regardless if I'm getting the money from it or not, they're not supposed to even know who their server is, to be honest. They're supposed to get it. Get the whatever the person asks for. If they ask for a cup of ice, don't come find me and say,
your table need a cup of ice, and then I'm already doing something. And they gave you the task.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. You know what I mean? So that's how I learn. But that's kind of like in the household. If you see the dishes, do them. Don't complain about, my sister didn't do the dishes. No, do the dishes. If you see something, you do it. So that's what I was kind of taught. Like, don't let somebody else do the task that was given to you.
I think that's how you determine like who's on the team and who's for self. Like, granted, your table is what you're making, and we're not split. Depending on what club you're at, you're not splitting the tips. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of my table, you take care of your table. But at the end of the day, like, we're all in this together. We're here. We spend these hours together. We're becoming friends. We're becoming family. So yeah, like, if my table is looking for something that's not a bottle, please go get it for them or tell me or whatever. But I do feel like sometimes they will keep a waitress with a bad attitude and they just be like, oh, it's okay. Like, she'll go get it. But like, that's a nasty attitude. I don't want her back personally. And I think every woman that is at a section that has a waitress with a nasty attitude, they're going to say something.
Always.
Because why do you have an attitude when you're taking my money?
Yeah.
Why are you unhappy at work, boo?
Yeah. And how
you
do you
about to
start
get
your night off?
$800 up off this table.
You just started your night. Even though it started at 10 o'clock at night, you just started your night off and you have an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
So I always I'm very welcoming, so I always do everything with a smile. So you wouldn't even think that I was taking your money.
Yeah. You want to give me your money.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, we have a tab.
I love great customer service.
Yeah.
We have a tab. What is your tab is this? We have to take it up front.
Okay.
Versus saying, hey, you're not getting no bottles. Like, why are you talking to people like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. Like, that's not how you do people. Even if you in a rush, you have time for them. Make time for them. Don't let them know you have anything else going on.
Yep.
That's why it's called the service industry.
The service industry.
Okay. So, again, next question would be, when you guys are dealing with, like, promoters or owners, who hires you guys? Owners?
Well, they'll kind of use a manager.
Yeah.
To like
so
do the hiring
it'll be
process.
the manager of the club that hires.
Yes, but you know what? In 11:45, I did get hired by a promoter who I thought was an owner. Okay. So he was doing.
That tends to happen.
Yeah. Right. So he was doing the hiring, and shout out to Luther. Okay.
One time for
Luther.
Yeah,
Luther. Yes.
Yeah.
Luther, you. Holla at me, my boy. Anyway, okay, so is there a criteria that you guys have to make sure you meet maintaining being a server at a nightclub or a strip club or a lounge? Meaning like
physical?
Physically.
I would say so.
Do you have to have makeup on? Because one time for 11:45, RP 11:45, I would see like outfits like. I think one time somebody made y'all outfits.
Yes, I was doing that a time. I was making.
You did that? It was one night, boy. One night y'all had some flair on them. That shit was hard.
I think the criteria is beauty. Period. Like if you are a woman, I would say act like you're trying to impress a boy.
Okay.
Come to work.
Or a girl.
Somebody. Act like you're trying to impress somebody. Like how would you look? Okay. You're not rolling out the bed. You are literally selling.
You eye candy for the night. Make them want to continue to spend.
Not like that, but you need to look nice. You wear makeup. You have your hair done, your nails done. You bringing out bottles.
Yeah.
Your hands are gonna be in pictures.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Your outfits, they're gonna be fishnets. Make sure they don't have holes in it.
For sure.
Your shoes. And I would say everybody's shoes need to be cohesive. Like everybody need to have on the same shoes. You know what I mean? We need to look like we're on a dance squad.
Is there like a leader that does that, or is it?
Well, sometimes I feel like there's like a head waitress, or they'll make themselves a head waitress. But I don't like we picked our uniforms.
Okay.
Well, not for AG Entertainment, obviously. He gonna do what he want to do.
For sure.
But I would say for Opium, like we shopped around ideas and was like, y'all like this? All right, cool. We gonna get this. Send us your sizes. This is what it is.
Okay.
We definitely said like stockings, fishnets, and whatnot. But like what stocking you wanted to wear with what outfit, it wasn't that strict. Neither were the shoes. But I would say for me, just observing people, I was thigh-high boots with a heel. You're not going to catch me in no flats. Plus, everything set up better when you put some heels on.
Yeah.
But I would see people like, nothing against the people that wear the Balenciaga sock shoe.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't
Come
go
on,
with
that
your
doesn't go.
outfit.
That doesn't
That
go.
doesn't make you sit up. That doesn't make you like roll your shoulders back and strut. So I feel like you need to be in something that you're going to strut in, but also be comfortable. Because don't get me wrong, my heels weren't like stilettos. They were definitely some comfortable shoes. But my shit was barking after that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got feet issues to this day because I've been wearing heels 17 years. So yeah.
Yes, but if you look at the girls in Vegas,
Oh yeah.
they look like showgirls.
for sure.
For sure.
Miami, they look like showgirls. So it's not, you don't get to pick your outfits.
Mm-mm.
The club picks their outfits for them.
And you
they
better
wear
fit
them.
into them.
And you better fit, which means you better be in the gym.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So it was definitely a criteria in in those cities. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys are here, right? So as a person that hosted the biggest parties in Atlanta and DJ'd them as well, how important is the music, the DJ, the situation for you guys to do your job even better?
Huge.
that's
Huge.
the
They're
biggest
creating
part.
the vibe.
Yes, that's the biggest, the major part.
Yeah. If it's
'Cause
boring, they ain't popping
I would
bottles.
see sometimes, hey, Ferrari, play before we bring such and such out.
Yeah.
That matters so
Yes.
much because those beats, when you're drinking certain beats, like even if you in your car listening to them, you may drive a little faster
For sure.
just because those beats will have you like, oh, I'm feeling myself. You know?
So you guys make more money the better the DJ.
100%.
I think so because they set the vibe. So if you
Okay.
vibing and you're
Or you could
continuously
potentially.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're like they're having a good time, they drinking, the bottles are going quicker. So yeah, I'm gonna get another bottle before because you running out. You don't want the vibe to end. So yeah, they're gonna keep vibing. Yeah.
Now, is it different? Is there a difference between you guys working and serving at a lounge versus a strip club versus a club? And I don't even know if there's any clubs left in Atlanta
Yeah.
outside of
I
maybe
think only
Revel.
you can answer that.
Like, is there a difference between making money at these different establishments? It's all based off of that friend that you make.
Yep, it's all about customer service.
Mm.
Like the numbers have not changed. You can be like, I used to make money back in the day. No, I'm still making money today. It only gets better, because now in our community, it's a lot of entrepreneurs. So we've already grown to treat ourselves a certain way. So now we're going to places that treat us a certain way.
Yeah.
So you're going to get that waitress, and I will hire somebody. I'll be like, Mitch, I got somebody.
Okay.
But somebody that works like me,
Yeah.
that works just like me. So I'll say, hey, this person is that, this person is that. And I'm such not a gatekeeper that even if it's somebody that requests me, I'll be like, no, go with her today. Like, you know what? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how she did. You know what I mean? So I have people that come solely to see me, and say if I can't get to them, I'll get them the next best thing. Like, I'll be like, go get your money. This person tips really good. You're going to love to wait on them.
Yeah.
So the money don't change. You just got to keep your personality up.
Okay.
You got to want to do it. So I love the industry. So it works for me.
All right, Jordan, I'm going to start with you on this next question. You guys are working clubs, but you got to have a personal life.
Yeah.
Got to have a relationship eventually.
Yeah.
And if that relationship grows, how does it grow? Does what you guys do intimidate someone that you could potentially be in a relationship with due to the fact that you're out until 4 or 5 in the
Right.
morning, sometimes 6 in the morning? A person that you're in a relationship with may not like that, especially if you're doing an AG party and a super big A-list celebrity
sure.
sends you a DM because they love the way you brought those, you served them and
Brought those bottles
you
out.
brought those bottles out. They'd be like, oh my God, she's just looking great.
Yeah.
Send her a DM. That could be a little intimidating to a potential, person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, right? Or no?
Definitely.
No?
I feel like it has caused problems, but that's why that ain't my problem no more.
Okay.
That person is not my problem no more.
Got
Like,
it.
I need somebody that's confident in what I come with. And I think you also have to be confident in your partner. Like, if you've been dating me and you know me, I would have a nigga from the club if I wanted one. Obviously, I don't. So why are you concerned about who I'm serving and what I'm doing?
Right.
Now, I do think we have to be mindful of your personal life, your self-care, and your family while being in the club, because I've missed or had to leave plenty of Christmases or Thanksgiving, Halloween. I ain't spent New Year's. I didn't spend New Year's with a significant other in years working.
That's
in the
prime
club.
time to make a lot of money.
Prime time
in this industry.
Yeah. So I mean, it has caused issues, and you definitely just have to make time. You have to prioritize now. Like, do I want to go make this money, or do I want off today? But you might want to take that slow day before the summer come.
Yeah.
Because summer you locked in. But I mean, it's doable. Absolutely doable though.
Okay.
Well, I've managed to have a really good schedule that works for whoever I'm dating.
Okay.
So I've had a good run
Yeah.
in the industry where if I am in a relationship, it works.
Okay.
They know my schedule. I still make time. And I don't have kids, so
Okay.
I don't know. It works. It works. So I haven't had a run in where somebody's like, "Hey, I seen you
What's the
waiting. You in that
problem?
got face." It's like, "Hey, I'm bringing home the money." So chill. I don't never met nobody that's like,
Okay.
I seen you and somebody. It's working.
Nah.
It's working. Yeah.
sure.
I definitely remember like one of my boyfriends going through my phone like when I was asleep, and I had got a text from a customer like it was only for, I told him, I said, thank you for tonight because you always going to book with me, so I appreciate you for tonight. You tipped, you over tipped, and that was all it was. I might have said, babe, but it wasn't like
No,
that. It was in a
lingo.
wording
I got you.
context.
I got you. I already
And
know.
that's all that he read, and
But
that man
in
lost
our line
it.
of work, I understand.
Yeah, he lost it. I'm like,
And
bro,
you
this
call
customer
people-
service.
You
Learn
call them
it.
babe because you don't know their names a lot of.
I did
Hey,
know
boo.
his name, but
Oh,
like,
okay,
it
okay.
wasn't like that.
Hey babe.
still.
Yeah, you
Okay.
say it's like
But yeah,
it's
yeah.
warm.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
thinking of it.
Now, again, I've been in this industry. I want to say, damn, I'm getting old. Almost 20 years.
Mhm.
I've seen some people get their bodies done to influence people to tip more. Do you guys see that too?
I don't know if I can say that they did it for people to tip more. They
No,
trying
they
to
did-
catch something, or for themselves.
I think they did it if they did it in the industry,
Mhm.
they definitely did it because of what they saw they was next to.
Yeah,
The other girls.
yeah.
It's like a girl thing.
So that's going to be an ever going thing then, right?
Yeah. It's like
For-
a girl thing.
yeah.
They'll be like that. You look a certain way, and then the club owners actually will hire you based off how you look.
Which I understand that part because it's
The
how
aesthetic,
you
yep.
the aesthetic. Okay.
So if they see like this person is getting this table or these particular clients because they look a certain way, girls will be like, "Oh, I need to look like them." So it'll kind of shift their self-esteem a little bit.
I
but
hate that.
I was never taught that.
Yeah.
So I was taught to get money.
Mm.
It was never about what it looked like. It was about who you was, how fast you were, and how efficient you were. You know what I mean? So people will say, "Oh, I'm getting the waitress because she got the fat ass," but they not.
Probably a shitty server.
Yeah, they're not. Because I've had some girls, I've worked with some girls, and I will tell you the truth. This is a true story. I can't say their names, but the girl was sleeping with the guy.
Okay.
But when he came in there, he said, "I want Amina." And so she thought, "Oh, Amina
Yeah,
is
you
talking to
probably
him
sleeping
too."
with him
No,
too.
I mean, you suck. Your customer
Customer
service skills
service.
suck.
You are servicing
So
after
no,
hours.
that's not what's happening. Like, no, you, no matter what you're
Uh-huh.
doing after hours, as short as
No,
you
for
said,
sure, for
It's
sure.
not coming to work.
Yeah. You can't feel entitled just because of what you done, you
Yeah.
know? So I'm making what you coulda, shoulda, woulda just because I'm me.
Ooh-wee.
So it's not a good idea to sleep with the customer.
Absolutely not.
The customer or the boss.
But these things tend to happen in this line of work.
By all means.
Yeah.
And I can tell that it creates a lot of issues, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to go somewhere else because you probably get fired, right?
Mm-hmm. Got them liquor and late night, do something to you.
Get off and get off.
Feelings. Your feelings. The girls' feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
So whatever they was performing like before
Not
they
good.
got with whoever, it shifts.
Or he taking them tables away.
Mhm.
I'm going to give you them back 2-seaters.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so in my industry, I definitely worked in a way where people would be like, "Oh, Amina's talking to somebody." I'm not. No, I'm just bubbly. You know what I mean? I'm just bubbly, and I never had to do that. So I was taught when I worked at the strip club in 2008. Like, I seen a girl that I worked with sleep with a customer, and then he came back with somebody else the next week. And I was like, she was crushed. So now she had worked with attitude. So I swear, watching her, that happened to her made me never, ever want to talk to a customer. So now, even now, they'll say, hey, I said, I don't date people that come in here. And they'll say, what? I don't got to come here. You'll never see me again. It don't matter. I met you in here.
So you don't date
people
anybody that
no.
you meet in that way?
No. You're just my
Ever.
customer. No, I'll be like, look around. It's 10,000
girls in here. Where will you meet somebody to?
Oh, I hang out. I go out and I travel. I'm outside.
So you gotta be out. Yeah. You have to be off the clock.
Yeah, off the clock. You get to really see the real me, you know. But in my job, like, come on, I'm working. Go
I
on,
agree.
Go over here.
I agree.
So if you meet somebody at the job, nah.
No.
I mean, I don't think any of us like that. At least like the real workers, I would say, because we're here. I'm here to do a job. Like you might be easy on the eyes. I might flirt a little bit, but like it's got to be on my time. Don't chase me around this club. Don't be trying to keep me in your section because you like me. I got 7 more that I need to move around to. I'll be back. I'll definitely catch you by the end of the night if that's what I want.
How do you guys navigate through that? Because we did a female DJ episode, and they mentioned that not only do we got to deal with guys, we got to deal with girls that holler at us too. I'm pretty sure you guys got
that was before
men
my time.
and women hollering at you.
Yes.
While you're serving,
and the women make it feel like because they're girls, it's really okay. So you tend to flirt because this is, or you tend to be warm, and they may take that as something else, and they'll start stalking you. Like if you give out your IG, you're done.
I ain't had a girl experience, so I can't say.
So you never had a girl?
I never had a girl experience.
You had a girl
like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, hey, this girl is extremely aggressive. I made it cool, but it's not. It's not anymore. It's not
I ain't
cool
had a
no
girl
more.
experience yet.
Yeah, it's like, honey.
Damn, I'm missing out.
Yeah, no, it's like,
y'all
calm
like
down.
me? I ain't your type.
All right, so before we wrap, 2 more questions. Safety.
Yeah.
You guys are getting off at 4 a.m. I have seen in a lot of clubs, the security will walk you guys to your car.
Mm-hmm.
How important is safety in your industry?
Major. Because you could get somebody in the club that's creeping in the back and they waiting for you to leave, and you got all this money. You ain't getting a transaction. You're getting cash. So by all means, not by yourself. Have something on you for sure. I don't know what the club policy is about safety for waitresses and what you can have in your bag or not. Have something on you, because it could be I think security should absolutely wait till you're in your car, started it, like lock your door automatically when you get in there. But security should wait for everybody to leave before they leave. But in the case that they don't, I think it's very important that waitresses and anybody in the nightlife stay vigilant. All eyes open around you at all times, working and not working, because shit can happen in the club while you're working.
Yeah, we've all seen and heard that.
100%. Yes.
Okay.
So for me, if I had a large lump sum, I'm not taking it home.
Okay.
I'm letting them keep it. I'm gonna count it, let them keep it, and then I'll pick it up in daylight, take it to the bank somewhere I know it's like nothing's on me. You know what I mean? So, getting home, I tend to get home safely, you know? So I don't have those thoughts. That's not my thought process. Like, I'm annoyed. You know what I mean? I feel like I have a good heart, so I'm not thinking about that field, you know what I mean? So I try not to attract it, but I will say I have people that are very concerned when I do drive home or get home, you know? And then what's crazy enough, I kind of share my location.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mama got that. Best friend. Everybody that needs to have it.
Yeah,
got it. So
I share my
home,
location. Yeah. So it'll be like on 2 separate phones. So I feel good about that, you know. But I totally understand because I've seen girls getting Ubers with money. And I seen one girl, the Uber driver set her up. The Uber driver, she used the same Uber driver every night.
I think I saw that. That was a minute ago, right?
Yeah, she used the same Uber driver every night. And when she got home, apparently somebody was like bum rushing her door.
Yep.
That the Uber driver set up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not safe, but I definitely used to go to the ATM. But I live in a different part of town, so ain't nobody checking for me at the ATM. But I'm definitely going to the ATM before I get home, regardless. Get that up off me. I ain't got nothing. When you want it, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Off.
Okay. Last question. So the evolution of you as a person, like when you're working in this industry, where do you see yourself 10 years down the line? What's your plan?
Oh, I'm a fashion designer.
Okay.
That's my real job. So I love the industry because first I get to meet people, I get to sell my brand as well. And a lot of them already recognize me, which I'm so grateful for because I've made clothes for so many females. So they'll be like, Amina, oh my God, I didn't know
I'm
you
one
work
of them.
here. Yes. And they'd be like, yes, I love this place, But it just brings me like more energy and more networking. So in net worth. So I'll say fashion design. You're going to see it AM by Amina J.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I truly had no idea what my 10-year goal was when I started waitressing. It just so happened that I got to a place where it was becoming slow, and this was probably like 2017, 18-ish, when things were a little bit slow. That I just started in real estate, like working in different pockets of real estate until I just found what I want to do. So I'm in real estate. I have my license. I'm more so on developer properties than anything, and I love it. But I definitely attribute a lot of my growth and the skills that I have to working in the nightlife. And I think what comes with that as a woman and as somebody where that was not the goal to stay. I was not wanting to stay there. I wasn't looking for a husband there, but it was the connections that you made and the qualities that you picked up from the club that are always going to like help you long term. I think so.
And last question to someone that's super young, that wants to get into the service industry, waitressing, bartending, or being a potential bottle girl. What do you tell them? What's some advice you can give them?
I would say acquire the knowledge first. Like make sure you are getting trained to learn that you are serving someone else.
Yeah.
And that you are polite. And that you actually know drinks, food allergies, more mature questions, and just very, very pay attention to detail. So even like if you are a hostess, somebody walking in and no phones, you're on your phone, you need to look up. You always need to be attentive and no back towards the door. It's like, so I would say just have really good awareness skills just out the gate. You know what I mean? So it's just about paying attention to who you're waiting on. So.
I would have to say, what is your goal and know your goal and know your worth before you get in that industry, because it can diminish your self-worth really quick or it can blast it through the atmosphere. So always know what your goal is and why you're there. But definitely don't make that your only income, because at one day you're going to have to get out of it. I'm not going to say an age that you should be out of it, but you should definitely have another goal. And if service industry is your thing, then find a different niche. Like you found a different niche for you within that industry. Maybe you want to be a DJ. Maybe you want to own a club. Maybe you want to start your own hookah business. Maybe you want to start your own waitress company with clothes or stockings or whatever. But like find what you want to do in that amount of time. You're not going to be 20 forever. The money is going to money. But also, I would also say, oh yes, I almost forgot. Have financial literacy. I blew through so much money at a young age, and it's all of us. Granted, we lived, and me and my best friends just talked about this past weekend. We lived. We have zero regrets. We traveled. We did things, and we wish we had the financial literacy that we do now as adults back then. So definitely do that. Invest in yourself.
Okay. Tell them how to follow you. If you want
IG, AM by AJ, not Amber, Amina. Okay.
Boujay, BOUJAYY with an underscore.
And shout out to Hungry AF, my dog Chris Stainless, Chef Kodak. 5 locations. My favorite location is the one in Smyrna. Kanye's location coming soon. Yeah. BallerAlert show. Peace.
Them Trey Young wings. Go crazy.
BallerAlert!